welcome to the deep dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we're diving into something that really made some waves recently, a big 100-minute global online event. Left people pretty stunned, actually.
Yeah, generated a lot of chatter. You don't often see that kind of runtime for an internal update call.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So our deep dive today, it's all about ONPASSIVE, specifically this mega Zoom call they had.
Right, the one with the CEO, Ash Mufareh, and other key names like Julie Wen, Mike Ellis, Marty DeGarmo, Redfern.
And founders from all over. We've got detailed notes, excerpts from that whole conversation.
Quite the lineup.
So the mission for you, listening in, is basically to cut through those 100 minutes. We'll pull out the key updates, the big claims, the vision.
Without you having to sit through the whole thing, we're digging out the nuggets.
You got it. So you're informed on why it's causing such a stir.
Makes sense. Where do we start? It sounds like it kicked off with some drama.
Oh, definitely. The CEO, Ash Mufareh, he just popped online. Unexpectedly. Julie Wen, who was hosting, was like, Ash Mufareh is online. Total surprise.
Huh, yeah, you can imagine.
And then he drops this line. What I'm about to share with you will change everything. Just like that.
Wow. Okay, setting the stakes high from the get-go. You know, in the tech world, when the CEO makes a personal appearance and says something that dramatic,
Yeah.
it usually signals it's not just some minor tweak, it's meant to sound foundational, a deliberate move to grab attention.
Right. And he didn't wait around. Jumped straight into the updates. First up, the ONPASSIVE Ecosystem 2.0 claimed it's not just functional, but flawless. Big words.
Flawless is ambitious. What specifics did he give?
Okay, so wallet, now globally compliant apparently, and rolling out with instant withdrawal systems.
Mm-hmm. Global compliance and instant withdrawals, that's crucial for any kind of digital wallet aiming for wide adoption. Addresses trust issues head on.
Definitely. And then Connect. This one's wild. Scale to support 500,000 attendees.
500,000 concurrently.
Yep. With, and get this, near zero lag.
Yeah. Okay, hang on. Near zero lag for 500,000 users. That's technically massive. We're talking top-tier streaming platform level, not just a meeting tool.
That's what Mike Ellis seemed to think. He called it a quantum leap. Said he was speechless. For an expert like him to say that?
Well, yeah. Achieving that kind of stability at that scale requires some serious back-end infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
Distributed networks, optimized protocols. It's non-trivial, puts them in, like you said, not just Zoom, but major event broadcasters.
And there was magic too, described as AI-driven marketing where the user basically does nothing.
AI-driven marketing without lifting a finger sounds appealing, but the devil's always in the details, isn't it? How autonomous is it, really?
True. But the overall picture was this huge upgrade. And speaking of huge, the numbers got even bigger when he talked about users and money.
Ah, the commission side of things. Let me guess, big promises.
You could say that. He said, we are injecting over 18 million verified clicks into the ecosystem. Described them as filtered, intelligent, targeted clicks.
Okay, verified clicks is interesting terminology in digital marketing. Suggests pre-qualified leads, not just raw traffic, which is more valuable, but 18 million.
Is a lot. And then came the kicker on commissions. He said, many will wake up to 6, 7, even 8-digit dashboards.
Whoa, 6, 7, 8 figures. So hundreds of thousands up to tens of millions.
That's what he said. What does that realistically suggest about their model? Can that many people actually hit those numbers?
That's the multi-million-dollar question, literally. For many users to see dashboards like that, it implies either an unbelievable volume of valuable transactions per user, or perhaps more likely, a financial model structured for significant payouts, maybe through some kind of network or tiered system. It definitely shifts the focus from just cool tech to a potentially massive wealth generation promise, raises questions about sustainability and how that value is actually created and distributed.
Right. Now, alongside these big promises, there was a focus on the early adopters, the founders.
Rewarding the pioneer, standard practice, but what did they get?
Ash Mufareh made it clear their early belief is key. Legacy positions get priority commissions.
Makes sense. Give the early birds the best worms.
They also get early access to something called Coin. Sounds like their own internal currency or token.
Possibly. A token for the ecosystem. And lifetime premium access to upcoming tools.
And crucially, someone from Kenya asked about payment issues. Ash confirmed they're using licensed global banking APIs. His words, no more frozen payments or blocked countries.
Okay, that's significant. Mentioning licensed global banking APIs isn't just fluff.
Why is that specific detail so important?
Because international payments are a nightmare. Regulations, fraud risks, different banking systems. It's complex. Using licensed APIs means integrate them directly with established, secure financial networks. It's fundamental for reliable payouts, especially in regions that often face banking hurdles, addresses a huge pain point.
Gotcha. So better tech, big money promises, founder protection. But then they unveiled more new stuff. Redfern brought up whispers of new AI tools.
And Ash delivered.
Totally. He announced OGenie, an AI assistant. Builds funnels, connects leads, speaks of 30 languages.
An AI funnel builder and lead connector speaking 30 languages. Okay, that sounds like it could be powerful. Competing with some established CRM AI features, maybe? The key is how well it actually works autonomously.
Then Otune, a personal AI radio broadcaster with built-in monetization.
AI radio with monetization. Interesting niche.
And maybe the biggest surprise, OJourney, an AI-powered travel and event app. Looks like they're jumping into the travel agency world.
Travel now too. Wow, the breadth is surprising. OGenie, Otune, OJourney. It paints a picture of wanting to embed their AI into lots of different areas, not just marketing tech.
Yeah, it really expanded the scope.
It suggests a strategy to create this all-encompassing ecosystem where their AI touches many parts of a user's life, both business and personal.
And remember Ash's comment about changing everything? He revealed why he'd been quiet lately. Big negotiations.
The reason behind the curtain. What was it?
A strategic tech alliance with a Tier 1 cloud provider. Didn't name names yet, that's for the global launch. But he said this ensures unstoppable scalability.
The Tier 1 cloud provider. So think AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, that level.
That's what it implies. Julie Wynn reacted saying, that explains the mysterious offline mode. You were rebuilding the engine.
Exactly. Partnering with a Tier 1 provider is absolutely critical if you're aiming for the kind of global scale and user numbers they're talking about. It's about having that rock-solid, globally distributed, hyper-scalable infrastructure. You can't fake that.
So that underpins the huge user numbers, the zero-leg streaming.
Precisely. It's the foundation. Without that kind of partnership, claims of unstoppable scalability for a platform planning that kind of reach would be, well, questionable.
Makes sense. And the expansion isn't just digital, they're going physical too.
Physical centers, where?
Dubai is already open. But also Nairobi, Singapore, Berlin, expanding in Hyderabad and Toronto. Weekly live trainings, AI expos, support hubs.
Interesting. A physical footprint in key global hubs creates a tangible presence.
And digitally, they're launching what they call the O-Media revolution. New digital broadcasting licenses acquired.
Okay.
They're launching the ONPASSIVE global broadcast channel. 24/7 content, AI stuff, founder interviews, success stories, education.
A dedicated media channel, that's a big commitment.
Plus, every founder gets access to a creator studio with monetization.
So, blending physical support hubs with a global digital media presence and user-generated content tools, that's quite a strategy.
Yeah. How so?
Well, the physical centers build local trust and provide direct support. The 24/7 channel keeps the global community engaged and informed constantly. And the Creator Studio encourages participation. It's a dual approach to build both tangible community and widespread digital engagement.
And the grand finale announcement, the absolute peak of the call.
Let me guess, a big event.
The ONPASSIVE Global Festival, July 24th, 2025, in Dubai.
2025, planning way ahead.
Streamed to over 100 countries.
Yeah.
Ash promised fireworks, live dashboards showing results, millionaire announcements.
Millionaire announcements,
What?
live on stage, presumably.
Seems like it. And something no company has done before. Mike Ellis chimed in, this is going to break the internet.
Okay, a massive global festival like that.
Right.
It's pure spectacle, but it's also strategic. It's designed to be a huge public statement, generate massive buzz, project confidence, make their digital ambitions feel very real and tangible on a world stage, solidify the brand in a big way.
The whole call ended on a really high emotional note. Leaders sounded genuinely overwhelmed. Marty DeGarmo said, nothing comes close. You've changed lives, Ash.
Strong words from a veteran.
Redfern called it more than a business. It's a movement powered by intelligence and care. That movement language is interesting.
It is. That's shifting from just tech and business to something deeper, a mission, an ethos. It's about building loyalty, right? Making people feel part of something bigger.
How do companies usually balance that? The hard tech claims versus this softer community movement feeling?
It's a delicate balance. The tech needs to work, obviously. But framing it as a movement, using words like care, aims to create that emotional connection, that deep loyalty that goes beyond just using a product. It makes users feel invested, part of a shared journey. It's a powerful way to build a committed base if you can pull it off authentically.
Ash himself got emotional. thanking everyone, saying they're beyond launch mode now,
Hmm.
and the founder's patience becomes their legacy.
Legacy.
These final words were pretty intense. You were not lucky. You were chosen. Let's change the world intelligently. Then the call ended with fireworks, animations, music,
Yeah.
the works.
Wow. Chosen. That's quite a statement. It ties into that whole movement idea.
Okay, so let's quickly recap the big takeaways from this intense ONPASSIVE session. We got the flawless ecosystem 2.0 reveal globally compliant O-Wallet, the technically ambitious 500K user, near zero lag O-Connect, and the hands-off AI O-Magic.
Right. Then the massive financial projections, 18 million verified clicks injected, and those potential 6, 7, even 8-figure commission dashboards. Huge numbers, raising questions about the underlying model.
Plus, the specific benefits for founders' priority commissions, early O-Coin access, lifetime premium tools, and that crucial confirmation of secure international payouts via licensed banking APIs.
Which is a major technical and regulatory hurdle cleared, seemingly.
Then the surprise new AI tools, OGenie for multilingual funnel building, OTune for AI radio, and OJourney pushing into AI travel shows real breadth.
Diversifying the AI applications across their ecosystem.
And critically, that strategic alliance with a Tier 1 cloud provider, the foundation for their unstoppable scalability claim.
Absolutely essential for the scale they're aiming for.
We also saw the physical expansion plans, global centers for training and support, coupled with the O-Media revolution, a 247 global broadcast channel and creator studios for founders.
That dual physical-digital approach to building community and presence.
All building towards that grand finale. The ONPASSIVE Global Festival in Dubai, July 2025, streamed globally, promising millionaire announcements and unprecedented spectacle.
A massive public statement event.
So, understanding all these pieces gives you, our listener, a pretty clear picture of ONPASSIVE's massive ambition and the scope of what they just announced. It's a shortcut to getting up to speed on a major player making big moves in AI and digital ecosystems.
Definitely a lot to digest. Which leaves us with a final thought, perhaps. Given this incredibly ambitious scope, the integration of AI into so many areas, and that whole change the world intelligently ethos, what impact could a fully realized ecosystem like this, if it achieves its goals, actually have? Not just on specific traditional industries like marketing or travel, but maybe on how we even define a business or an online platform in the future. Something to think about.
Today, we're digging into something pretty interesting, actually. It sits right where AI meets, well, digital money-making. It's this concept of AI-driven traffic commissions, specifically as ONPASSIVE Technologies presents it. Yeah, and our source material for this is quite extensive, a long, 100-minute chat with ONPASSIVE CEO Ash Mufareh, plus a whole panel. Global affiliates, founders, digital economists, AI analysts. Yeah. Quite the lineup. So our job today is to unpack what they're saying about using AI to, generate traffic, send it out, and maybe create passive income for people.
Exactly. And what really jumps out from that discussion is it's not just talking about leads in general like we usually hear. It's focused on a very specific structured system they claim delivers guaranteed targeted traffic. The core pitch seems to be the system does the heavy lifting, and you, the user, could potentially get paid without even talking to a customer directly.
Okay, let's break that down. AI traffic. What does that actually mean in this context? Sounds a bit futuristic.
Right. Well, the sources define it as using AI to really analyze how people behave online. It looks at location-based interests, patterns, and then it automatically sends real people they stress, not bots, sends them to specific links belonging to these founders.
So real people who are likely already interested.
That's the idea. People who genuinely might want the products or services linked there. They talk about machine learning, analyzing big data sets, online behavior, demographics, past buying habits. It's about building detailed profiles to predict who wants what, trying to make sure the traffic isn't just numbers, but really qualified leads.
And this is where it gets really different from, say, traditional affiliate stuff, right? Where you're always out there hunting for clicks.
Yeah, that's a key point they make. Instead of you chasing traffic, ONPASSIVE, according to the sources, drives it to you.
And it follows up, too.
Apparently so. The system is described as using AI, chat, emails, automated funnels, the works, really, to nurture those leads after they arrive.
Okay, so the AI finds the people, sends them over, even follows up. But the big question then is, how do you actually get paid? What's the commission structure look like?
It's described as having several layers. You get commissions when someone converts through your link. Could be a free sign-up, a trial, a full purchase.
Okay.
The layers they mention are direct referrals, people you bring in, then commissions from their referrals, so kind of a second tier, and then this really interesting part called AI spillover.
AI spillover. So just random traffic landing in your lap?
Not quite random is how they explain it. It's more like the main system, they call it OES, the on-passive ecosystem solution. The algorithm intelligently spreads out the general incoming traffic across all the founders.
Ah, okay. So it's meant to be more balanced than just relying on your own efforts.
That seems to be the goal, yeah. To make sure even people who aren't maybe natural marketers still get leads sent their way.
And how does the system keep track of all that? Direct referrals, second tier, this spillover? Sounds complicated.
They point to their OES 2.0 system. It supposedly tracks everything automatically. Doesn't matter, they say, if the traffic was organic, paid advertising, AI-driven, or this company-distributed spillover. If it lands under your user ID and that person converts, you earn a slice.
Which sounds very much like that passive income dream, doesn't it?
It does.
Did they give any, real-world examples in the discussion, something to make it concrete?
They did. There was an anecdote from an African founding member, Emmanuel Naunjam. He talked about his experience during a beta testing phase. He said he got 186 traffic leads sent to him.
Okay.
And out of those, 42 apparently converted into something commissionable.
Without him doing anything directly?
That was his claim, yes. No personal marketing effort for those specific ones. And it resulted, he said, in about $900 in commissions. So they use that to illustrate how this AI spillover could work, especially for non-marketers.
That's interesting. But you have to wonder, is that typical or just one good example?
That's a fair point. The sources highlight his story as an illustration, but, they don't really dive into average results or success rates across the board, or how things like different markets or products might change the outcome for different people. The focus is definitely on the potential.
And these commissions, they're not just one-offs, are they? If someone subscribes.
Correct. The idea presented is that these leads become active users, maybe renewing monthly, which then means recurring commissions for the user whose link they used.
And the AI follow-up helps keep them engaged.
That's the reported mechanism, yes. Using the AI chat and email to maintain that connection and encourage retention.
So, okay, let's talk potential earnings then. What kind of numbers were being discussed?
Well, they had a digital economist, Dr. Raj Patel, weigh in. He gave a kind of hypothetical, suggesting, for example, if a user made $25 per conversion and maybe received 10 conversions a day from this traffic.
Okay, 10 a day.
That would be $250 a day or $7,500 a month, just from the traffic side of things.
And was that presented as a baseline or an optimistic scenario?
It was framed more as a potential baseline, yeah, with the implication that some founders might see much more like 100+ conversions daily once everything's fully running globally.
Wow, okay.
And they also talked about scale, like top-tier founders who might have, say, 10,000 people in their downstream network. The idea is traffic gets distributed through that whole network, building up team commissions too.
Which leads to the obvious question, where does all this traffic actually come from to fuel this whole engine?
They described a few different sources. Paid advertising, like big global campaigns, also organic search results, optimizing for search engines, then AI-generated marketing funnels, social media stuff using their own platform, ONET, and even traffic generated internally from people using other ONPASSIVE products. So a mix.
Again, it's not just any traffic they stress. It's smart traffic. What makes it smart?
Right, smart. It means the AI supposedly figures out who's most likely to buy a specific product or service, and then it matches that person with the most relevant founder's link.
So it's predictive targeting.
Exactly. Aiming for quality over just sheer volume, predicting interest to get better conversion rates, that's the claim.
Now, these are some pretty big claims, and it sounds complex to manage globally. Did the sources talk about potential challenges?
That's a really important angle, the conversation we drew from. It was definitely focused on the potential, the vision, the mechanics as designed. They didn't spend a lot of time on, say, the challenges of scaling global ad campaigns effectively or how changes in Google or Facebook algorithms might impact things.
On market saturation?
Or market saturation for certain products, right. Those kinds of potential hurdles weren't really explored in depth in this particular discussion. It was much more about the solution they believe ONPASSIVE offers.
Okay, understood. So focusing back on the process they describe, once commissions are earned, how does the payout actually happen? Is it clear for the user?
They say it's pretty straightforward. Commissions get deposited daily into something called an O-wallet, and the user dashboard is designed to be transparent. You can supposedly see every visitor, click, sale, even the country they came from.
daily deposits, and getting the money out into your own bank account.
Described as real-time money, convertible to your local currency. They mention partner